Stop scrolling endlessly. You have big dreams and goals for this year. The Mindset app gives you the advice and the push you need. Don't wait for someday. Download Mindset today.
And in the introduction, you say discipline gives us freedom, which again feels like that's typically not what people think of discipline. We think of discipline as taking our freedom and making our lives, as you say, more rigid.
Yeah.
As you were saying then, like more rigid and less choices, less optionality. But in the introduction of your book, you say discipline gives us freedom.
I think that a lot of the discussions about motivation can cause people to believe that there's some magical state that they need to be in before they do something.
Yeah, and as I've said since day one, motivation is a feeling that comes and goes, and it doesn't matter whether it's there or not. Discipline is infinitely more important. So no matter how you feel, get up and do what you're supposed to do. That's it. And that's discipline. It's not motivation. If you only did what you were supposed to do when you were motivated to do it, that's leaving it to chance. But if you're disciplined, you go do what you're supposed to do. That's the way it works.
You know, you want to be a little bit better in some way tomorrow than you are today, but it's not going to be in a linear path. You have to really do the work. Like, you have to back it with hard work.
I don't care how you perceive David Goggins. I walk in the room now and I know the hours and years and decades I put into David Goggins. It's not on the wall. It's not a trophy on the wall. It's not a medal on your neck. It is actually a feeling in your heart. Through my journey, I figured out the one piece I was missing. The one piece I was missing was me having the courage to face myself.
Wake up every single day thinking about how can I change my life? Because what you want, it hunts you every single night. See, the big dogs, they won't give you the opportunity. You're gonna have to take it.
I need you to tell yourself right now, there is no other way. There is no other way. There is no other way. Future belongs to the discipline.
You know what I'm saying? And you're very undisciplined and you're emotionally undisciplined. And if you could develop this discipline now, you will get much further ahead at a much faster rate.
We want to talk so soft to ourselves. We're looking for that recovery day. And that recovery day is everything in your life. Everything in your life is a recovery day. We're looking for it. It's not coming. It's not coming. Mm-hmm. Get over that recovery day.
Well, I think it's important to note that the Stoics are talking about self-discipline, right? So discipline is not, the Marine sergeant telling everyone else what to do, how to be, right? The Stoics are talking about the virtue of self-discipline, which is you have your standards that you selected for yourself that you are living up to. It's not a weapon that you wield against other people, right? And I think so often when we hear discipline, we think disciplinarian, right? Someone who's really strict. One of the beautiful lines in Meditations, Marcus Aurelius says, remember, tolerant with others, strict with yourself. And actually that itself demands so much more discipline, right? To be like, I never accept being late for me or for other people, right? I work hard, I judge people that are not in shape, right? I expect long hours from everyone that works for me. There's that sort of rigid, strict form of discipline. I have found in my own journey, my own life, that it actually requires more discipline to go, this is what I expect of myself, and this is how I'm wired. This is how I operate best. And then I understand that other people, not only do I not control them, but they have different proclivities, different ways of living, different ways of being. And that my job is to figure out how to adapt myself to them instead of forcing them to be like me.
Exactly.
That's kind of how I look at it. It's just the numbers. Like nobody's perfect all the time. Nobody's great all the time. But people will remember you for your greatness when they get to witness it.
Absolutely.
And I think that's something that, people have to understand. Like no matter how good you get, you're still going to have days that are bad.
Yeah.
And I think that's the advice that I would have focused on there, because I didn't really figure that out until I was about 36 years old. I would have sat myself down and had to talk about my own discipline and what it meant to be disciplined in all areas.
Because you weren't as disciplined?
No, I was, at that time at 33, I was 330 pounds. You know, I was drinking all the time, partying all the time. I thought it was cool to be the wild guy, you know, and you know what I'm saying?
Wild man.
Yeah. And that's how I was always that way growing up. And, you know, I wish I would have had someone that sat me down and said, hey, bro, you know, that's not as cool as you think it is. You know what I'm saying? And you're very undisciplined and you're emotionally undisciplined. And if you could develop this discipline now, you will get much further ahead at a much faster rate. Discipline, once you learn it, can be applied to all areas. And so that's the thing that I wish I would have understood at a younger age, that had I had the skills to not only be disciplined in a physical, now, you know, I struggle with my physique. Like, it wasn't like I had never been in shape before. I had just become undisciplined.
Right.
And, you know, I think if I had understood at 33 what that could actually do for me, I would have bought it hook, line, and sinker and dedicated my entire life to it.
And gone all in on it.
Yeah, for sure. The amount of progress that has happened in my life in all areas from the time I started figuring that out to now, I got 20 years worth of results in like 4.5 years.
Amazing.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's the impact of taking true control over your existence, is that it greatly accelerates everything else. I could have saved myself probably 2/3 of the success journey that I was on, just from the that I know now that I didn't know then. But more importantly, I could have saved myself tons of mental agony because I could have reassured that, hey, look, this is just the way it goes. And this is just part of the deal. And you signed up for this. And nobody ever tells you those things. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, so how does my day look like? So I wake up early in the morning. I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. The reason why 4 o'clock in the morning, man, it's a struggle waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's not, you know, it's not easy. And I still want to be challenged. So, you know, now it's going to happen. So the monster, the laziness in me, it's not there anymore. You know, when I say that, the laziness, we all have it. The procrastinator, right? The guy who doesn't want to do shit. The alarm goes off at 4 o'clock in the morning. You're like, oh, my leg's kind of hurting this morning. Maybe I shouldn't run. That guy. See, that guy in me, he's gone because he knows that it doesn't work. The thing is, it's going to happen. So when you say, what is my discipline? I've done it for so long. I've been doing it since I was 9. Discipline is your lifestyle. What is your lifestyle, man? Like, okay, so I could teach you to go to the gym, and you and I, we can get totally jacked in the gym, right? And you and I, we have a good 2-hour sessions in the gym. We burned it down. And you go home and you drink a milkshake and eat like crap.
Well, that is the thing that separates the achievements on the other side of it, right? If it was easy, everyone would do it. If it was easy, everyone would achieve it. So this is one of the things that I try and rely on. So I ruptured my Achilles a couple of years ago. That sucked. I wouldn't advise it as an injury. The discomfort that you feel and the pain, the fear of it re-rupturing, which is the number one thing you don't want it to have happen. The thing that I went back to in my mind was, this is why I'm here. The discomfort that I was feeling, the effort, the pain, the sweat, this is why you're here, was the reminder. It's like, look, this is the reason why the re-rupture rate is 5 to 10%, because people don't want to do this thing. People don't want to do the thing because it hurts, because it takes half an hour every single day for nearly 12 months. It's a full 12-month recovery. That's why. This is why you're here. And I think that you're right. I think that the selection is, people deep down know that picking up heavy things physically, psychologically, existentially, culturally is good for us. And I think that that's why it's attractive.
Life is one big mind game. And you're playing it with yourself. Is it true? I don't care. It got me through the hardest training, starting out broken. Where most people quit I had just started.
Wow.
And when you take that mindset and you learn to flip that around, that's what made me powerful. God put me in a very interesting spot of life where he made hell my teacher. He made hell my teacher. And a lot of people don't understand that. So I'm trying to give people a different thought process of life where failure, hell, disappointment, discomfort is a great learning tool. And many people don't understand that. And a lot of people won't even understand this interview when we get done with it. But it's these few moments in life that you have. Like for me, I always talk about it. Rocky 1, round 14. That 1 2-minute and 13-second clip of Rocky getting up when Apollo knocked him down. That one clip, when I was going through a very bad time in my life, I saw what I wanted to be. And it wasn't a guy that won. It wasn't a guy that won everything he did. It was a guy that kept getting up after being knocked down. So I realized if that 2 minutes and 13 seconds changed my life, so I was. I saw something that I needed to be in the world I was living in. Millions of people live in a very comfortable place, that's fine. Don't listen to me. A lot of people are looking for that 2 minutes and 13 seconds.
So again, I would love to be able to, give you this profound anchor that people need to have. But it's like, oh, do you want to do this or not? Do you actually want to do this or not? Because if you actually want to do it, what's going to stop you? Nothing. And if you don't really want to do it, what's going to stop you? Just about anything that comes up. Just about any obstacle that gets in your way becomes an excuse. It becomes a reason. It becomes a rationale for not proceeding down that path. And this is interesting too. When you talk to people that went to SEAL training that didn't make it, most of the time it's some reason. There's a medical reason. There's a family problem. There's very few people that look at you and say, oh, I quit because it sucked. Which is what happens to the vast majority of people. They don't usually say that. And even in their mind, they probably don't believe it. They probably believe, well, it was my leg, and once my leg was hurting, I knew I was gonna have a hard time on the runs, and since I wasn't gonna be able to make the runs, that's why I quit. But it wasn't really quitting, it was because of my leg. So it's like I said, it's a very strange and really kind of a mystical thing.
Excuses. You're talking there about people making excuses. What have you come to learn about the nature of excuses and if they are our friends, our enemies, if they're ever useful?
Your excuses will destroy you and take everything that you ever wanted from you if you let them.
Doesn't sound like a friend.
No, it's definitely not a friend. So when your excuses make you feel a little bit better about the fact that you didn't execute on what you needed to execute on, then they can make you feel better, but they're not helping you. They're not helping you at all.
Is that what when you think about extreme ownership? Are excuses the opposite? Excuses and blame, is that the opposite of extreme ownership?
That is the opposite of extreme ownership. Extreme ownership is, this went wrong, this failed, didn't accomplish this, and it's not the fault of my boss, it's not the fault of my girlfriend, it's not the fault of my parents, it's not the fault of the weather, it's my fault. And I'm gonna take ownership of it, and I'm gonna fix it. That's what extreme ownership is. And this is a very difficult thing to do because it hurts. Because when you look around at your life and you look around at your job and your financial situation and your relationship and your physical health, and when you look at all those things and all the problems that you may have with those things, and you say, the reason I have all those problems is because of me, that can hurt. That can sting. And a lot of times our ego rejects that and makes excuses and lies. And then we don't have to change anything. And then nothing changes.